The fight between Sowore and the IG of police, Kayode Egbetokun, doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. And that is because the IG has decided to live by the old adage that says, a child that says his father will not sleep, will he himself not sleep? Hello and welcome to Direct on the Spot, the show where we hit it hard and hot on matters of concern that shape and affect our daily lives. Let's dive right into the matter of the day. Sowore is in the news for the wrong reasons this time, for calling our own IG an illegal IG. That is too strong and too harsh for the IG to take. And the IG has responded by filing a suit dragging Sowore to court. And before we got here, there has been a series of activities, the series of events that led us to this moment where we are. A few weeks ago, as you remember, Sowore disobeyed a police checkpoint by driving his car past the checkpoint against police instruction. That may have just been the last straw that broke the camel's back, making the police to react and invite him to Abuja on lots of charges. On lots of charges. And I'll read out some of these charges to you. 1. Resisting and obstructing public officers. 2. Disobedience to lawful order. 3. Acts intended to cause grievous harm. 4. Compelling action by intimidation. 5. Reckless and negligent acts. 6. Refusal to assist public servants. And 7. Cyber stalking. This, I will read out a series of activities that led to where we are today, a timeline of activities rather. On December 20th, according to Punch NG, Sowore referred to Igp Egbetokun as illegal Igp Kayode Egbetokun, end quote, on his social media platforms, questioning the legality of his appointment. On 20th of December, Sowore reiterated his stance, stating, the illegal IG of Nigerian Police Force, Kayode Egbetokun, will make the next NSAS inevitable. He is working tirelessly towards it, just a matter of time. On January 27th, Sowore was invited to the first CID, where he was questioned regarding his statements. He was granted bail, but he declined the conditions leading to his continued detention. That is according to Channels TV, by the way. On January 29th, the Nigerian Police Force arraigned Sowore before the Federal High Court in Abuja on a 16-count charge under the Cybercrime Act, alleging that his statements were false and intended to incite public unrest. On January 31st, Nigerian Police Force refuted Sowore's allegations, asserting that Igp Egbetokun's appointment and tenure are legal and constitutional. They dismissed Sowore's claims as attempts to sow discord and erode public confidence in the police force. This is a timeline of events leading up to where we are as of today. Sowore has been granted bail, and I think the case continues from there. This is him. Sowore, we know him very well. He is not a normal activist. He dedicated his life to activism right from his school days in university. He has been there doing his job. But I don't know what made him to start all of a sudden, harassing our police force, disobeying traffic, stop and search, and other things. That was, to me, that's not necessary. You can be an activist and you can also do your job. But give him his credit. He is a freedom fighter. He is an activist like many others. And in the country we live today, we are in need of freedom fighters, people who could speak truth to power. But the way and manner he did this and has been acting recently looks like he has been caught in problem. He has been caught in cell, prison. Maybe he has been caught in a court case. He has been looking for it. And now the IGP has decided to give him what he has been looking for. But there are some facts you need to note in this. Here are some facts we need to know. In all this fight, would there be something to take away from it? Are there some points he's making? Could it be that there are some things we should note in all this? Because in fights like this, some things unravel themselves. But my problem still remains that we are in a country where we're looking for how to make it. People are looking for how to eat their next meal. People are looking for how to feed their family. People are looking for how to buy fuel. People are looking for how to provide basic amenities for themselves. It's not the right time for us to start having this kind of back and forth and drama. Be that as it may, here are some points we need to know. 1, if these laws can be amended for 4 years, just as the way it is done now, what stops another police that comes into power, the new government, deciding that 4 years may not be enough, and instead they should go for 8 years, maybe amend it for 12 years, maybe amend it for 20 years? It's a law. It can be done. Nothing is impossible. That's why we should be careful in seeking for amendments, because amendments could be done and over again. Are we going to also amend the laws for our commissioners of police? Our IGs, AIGs? Are we going to amend for them too? Those ones who are working with the IG? Those ones who also assist the IG in his everyday activities? Are we going to amend their own too? Or are they going to go in between his tenure? He keeps changing them up and down. Because if there are reforms the police want to carry out, I think he needs people to carry those reforms. If we keep changing these laws at every interval we deem fit because it doesn't suit us, or because we feel it's not the right law, don't you think it makes our law very weak? I don't think laws should be very easy to change. I think laws should be the most difficult things to change. I think making laws should be easier than amending laws. Making laws should be easier because even God himself has 10 commandments, 10 laws that he has never changed till today. Yes, society changes, events change, and human beings change with them. That's why we amend laws. But they should not come easy. Because at the end of the day, human beings are still the same. We still breathe the same air, drink the same water, live in the same environment and society. So how come we change our laws anyhow? So let's find it more difficult to amend our laws than making them. Because if we do not make our laws strong enough, our enemies or people who don't mean well for this country could take advantage of it and change laws at any given time. Also, what happens to those police officers whose time tenure has who aspire to be the IG of police too within that 4 years frame? What happened to them? It means that once an IG of police has been selected, people who may have aspired to be IG of police also won't have a shot again. And that is bad because this is a position that everybody, every police should aspire for. So blocking them out with these 4 years is a no-no for me. Also, why 4 years? Someone could come in and say, 4 years is too much. I am an IG, I can use 2 months and change the police. I could use 1 month. I could use 1 day. The president himself needs 4 years. Why will an IG need 4 years too? Why can't he do it under 1 week, 1 month, 1 week, 6 months? So this is an idea that Kayode himself felt, makes sense to him. But if there had been proper consultations, which I will always say, there might have been more suggestions. People would have come up with something different. And also, I would also add on this point, Nigerians should be the only ones that could change their laws. And they should be consulted. Nigerians should be consulted whenever laws are being changed. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because whenever there's a problem, they will defend you and say, yes, we are the ones to change it. In all this drama, I have watched social media, I have seen the Nigerians are jaded. They don't even know what's going on. In fact, they are not even happy about these laws changed. Perhaps the law change is in good faith, but they're not happy because they were not carried along. And if they were carried along, they would have stood in defense of the IG and anybody who was responsible for this law change. And also, what are lawmakers thinking? What were they thinking? Why didn't they consult? Why didn't they consult during this change, amendment? You do not change laws that don't belong to you. You are lawmakers, but these laws belong to Nigerians. And there is public hearing. You make use of it. You make use of it. You can't just come out there and just do things anyhow. Because you wanted to scale through, you don't come down and do it the way people will understand it. Okay, now it is now legal. The people are not accepting it. People are not supporting it. That should show you that even as you are lawmakers, you should endeavor to be transparent at all times. When you do things that don't look smooth, what do you get? To be fair to the IG, I've watched Kayode Egbetoku for some time. I see the man is an honorable person. He looks like a man that knows what he's doing. He looks like a man that is on a mission to bring change to the police force. You see, this law he changed, he lobbied to change, is actually for the best, because personally, I don't think a policeman who is about to retire should be our IG. What is an IG? An IG should have a tenure. An IG is an office. And every office should have a tenure, a term, which should not be limited by expiration of your, of your retirement. Your appointment should not be limited to your retirement age. Maybe the police needs an independent person as the head, like EFCC. It needs an appointment by somebody who is outside the police to head the police. Maybe so that the policemen could live out their own, terms of service, rather than, being involved in leadership. Maybe the police needs, a head, independent of the police. But if you ask me, I'll say the police needs consistency and reforms. And this kind of thing, this kind of law, this amendment will ensure that these reforms are carried out. Also, to be fair to the IG, this was not a selfish move. Because this move is not like IG is asking for his own extension. He's asking for a reform, and this reform is also going to benefit incoming IGs who may not even be his own friends, who may not even be his allies, who may not even have the same ideology. Maybe if PDP comes in tomorrow, this law still stands for any appointee for PDP. That's why I say, to be fair to Igp Kayode, kudos. I support this law. I support consistency. I support reform for the police. I support enough time for the IG to carry out those reforms. Do I support 4 years? Maybe 4 years might be too much. Maybe not. But I support more time for the IG of police to do his job. Definitely, I support more time. But here is my take. And this is me being on the spot. Did Kayode break any law in all this? Hell no. The man saw an opportunity and set in plans in motion, carried out his plans and executed it to the letter and got the law amended. So he didn't break any law in all this. Is the amendment legal? Yes, very legal. Because our constitution says that it's the House of Assembly that has the power to make or change laws. And as far as I'm concerned, they were the ones who changed these laws. If you have any problem, you go to the House of Assembly and complain. Leave this man alone. He did the right thing. he crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. He didn't leave any stone unturned. Maybe you could argue that the law, maybe if you say, okay, fine, ask me. Is the amendment flawed? Probably, maybe. But that's how our laws are. Many laws we have in this country are flawed. Very flawed, I think. In fact, around the world, there is no law that's perfect. So if you say, is this law flawed? I will tell you to my face, maybe. Maybe, because a law is not perfect. No law is perfect. Someone can come in and say he could do this under 4 months, 6 months. He doesn't need 4 years to reform the police. Someone else can come and say he needs only 6 months, 8 months to do it. So it mustn't be 4 years. Definitely it's flawed. And there was no proper consultations. When you want to make laws like this, you must consult the people who own the country. That is citizens. But in all this, the man himself of the moment, Sowore, do I think he means well for this country? Yes, Sowore means well for the country, despite his methods, his crude methods, despite his history, his stories. This man has always stood for what is right. I don't like his methods. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he does his things. To me, I think he might be another bomb waiting to explode. But this man has been doing this for 30-something years. Most of these politicians in power today were nowhere when he was fighting for this country. He is a stakeholder. He should be respected. And most importantly, he should be forgiven easily. The police should withdraw this case and ignore this man. Are his methods too cruel? Are his methods definitely bad? Yes, I think Sowore's method may not be the best. I think Sowore should focus more on the police as a whole, on matters that affect the people. He should leave targeting people, stop targeting the IG, stop targeting the secretary of the police, stop targeting any institution. He should just focus on Nigeria as a country and how we can improve this country. This is me. This is my own opinion. We have issues, disturbance of the country. Lots of problems in the country. Sowore should not be our topic right now. Is the IG illegal? No. So on this matter, Sowore has no case. Let it go, Sowore, let it go. Let it go. Let this matter go. Let our IGP focus on his job. The time he's supposed to use to lead the police, he's using the time to defend himself in court. That time is supposed to use to fight crime. You're making him think away from it. In his house right now, is your name throughout his house. Anytime he comes back home, it's Sowore. Let our IG concentrate. Let our IG do his job. He's spending too much time on you. Let him do his job. On that note, we come to the end of this program today. Click on the like button, subscribe, then turn on your notifications so that you get more, updates on our videos that we're going to do, upcoming videos. Like and share. Thank you very much. This is your boy Chinedu signing out.
Is that your child, first of all?
Yes, she can be my child.
Do you know her?
I don't know her.
You've never met her before?
Of course, I have never.